What is good, you guys? We're back with another installment of A Day on the Hardwood. And man, Bucks, what we talking about? My friend that's a Bucks fan just sent me Bucks in 6 after this one. He sent me Bucks in 5-1. Lost game 1. It's looking bad. I'm not gonna lie. They are up 2-0 on the Milwaukee Bucks. And obviously, let's start with the two disappointments in this game, and that's Chris Middleton and Jrue Holiday. Jrue Holiday, it's weird for me to try to... I've been a big Jrue Holiday fan, and I've been a guy that said, oh, Jrue Holiday's underrated, very underappreciated, all that type of stuff. And what makes it even harder to root against him is it seems like he's playing hard, right? It seems like, because like sometimes what makes people even more mad when players are not playing well is that they don't feel like they care, or they don't feel like they're playing hard enough. I'm not gonna lie, it feels like Jrue Holiday is playing hard. He's doing really good on defense, getting blocks, doing great in transition defense, all that type of stuff. Bro's just missing, missing easy shots too, bro. Like, he's really just missing. Like, I've never seen a player. It's really interesting to me, but that dude's missing layups, missing easy mid-range pull-ups I've seen him make 100 times. And like I said in last video, he's a different player when Giannis is on the court. And Giannis played insane today. If you just get the production that if you get the production of Jrue Holiday when Giannis is off the court, especially in that Game 5, Game 6 at Atlanta series when he was out, then you got a guy. You got that third option. But he's just not that. And what my friend was saying when I was talking to him yesterday is that they should stagger Jrue and Giannis's minutes better. But the thing is, they ain't taking Giannis out that much. So you ain't going to get that many minutes with him out the game because they need him a lot. Now, talking about Chris Middleton, it seemed like Chris Middleton didn't even want to shoot today. He finished for 5 for 16, but he should shoot 22 shots every single game, you know? It seemed like he was giving up a couple open looks that he usually doesn't give up. I don't know what was really wrong with him today. He wasn't aggressive enough, and the shots that he was shooting didn't go in a lot. But I think Chris Middleton will come back next game. He's an inconsistent player. We've talked about this on this channel before. His personality and how laid back he is will present that he's more of a consistent guy like Kawhi or something, but he really isn't. He's off and on. So I expect him to have a big game next game because that's the type of guy he is. So I'm not really worried about him. I'm really worried about Jrue Holiday more because he's being aggressive, took 11 shots in the first quarter. He's playing hard, playing defense. He literally just cannot put the ball in the basket. And that is concerning because usually you'd be like, oh, just play harder. Oh, just be more aggressive. Nah, he's being aggressive and he's playing hard. Bro is not going in the basket. So, hey, I don't really know what to say about that one. But let's talk about Giannis Antetokounmpo, man. He was dominant in that third quarter. Really, he scored, it felt, every single time. He either got to the free throw line or he scored. Like, the Euro step, the post hook, I got it on one side, everybody else is really on the other side, I'm going to shoot a mid-range, or I got the basket, I'm going to shoot a fade. He had an arsenal of moves in that third quarter that I was impressed to see, and a big game from Giannis Antetokounmpo. I've been sort of a Giannis criticizer, but not a Giannis hater in the past, of just trying to do the same thing over and over again. And today was not one of those days. Although his game is inside, he had the spin move, he had the Euro step that you do in transition, he had the little fadeaway back to the basket, he had the mid-range. Every time he takes a three, I get mad whether he makes it or not. So I really don't want to see those because he literally is dominant in the paint. So I can't blame this game on Giannis at all. He was better on the defensive end, seemed more active there. Tweaked his knee a couple times, it seemed, and obviously he's not 100%. But like I said last episode of A Day on the Hardwood, gotta be a superhuman to come back from this injury as fast as he did. A normal person would be out for 3-4 weeks, and he was out for a little bit over a week. Giannis is an insane human being over being a basketball player. You got to be a superhuman, like I said. So shout out to him for even playing great this game. But let's talk about the Phoenix Suns. I want to talk about Mikal Bridges first, because Mikal Bridges is one of my favorite role players in this league, and he became that lately when I watched that Duncan Robinson podcast with him on it, and it was just one of the most entertaining podcasts I've seen of Duncan Robinson and maybe ever in the basketball community. He's a really entertaining guy, and that's what made him gravitate to. That's what made me gravitate listen to him more. And also, he likes Chipotle a lot, so that's also pretty cool. And he's like and like he doesn't really care because Chipotle, although Chipotle is, it's not even, people even say it's healthy. I don't know. It's cool like to see like people be fans of restaurants. I don't know. That's just another reason I like him. I really have a reason. But he had a big game today. Like I've been saying every single Suns episode, when D-Mills said in that Through Wire episode that if Jay Crowder or Mikal Bridges have a big game, they're going to win. And today, it was Mikal Bridges' turn. It was really mostly in the first half, but he did decent in the second half as well. He's knocking those threes, being confident, getting that little mid-range pull-up that he doesn't always get. Just being a really, really, really good player. So shout out to him, especially in that first half. DeAndre Ayton didn't have the insane 2015 game that he's had in the past, but he was still a decent in this game. He was getting fried by Giannis, ain't gonna lie, but a lot of people get fried by Giannis. He got 44 points and 18 times at the free throw line, mostly getting fouled by Jay Crowder though, but it seemed like every time he was getting scored on in he was scoring in that third quarter, it seemed like Ayton was on him. So Crowder and Ayton got those matchups, and both of them didn't do very well because Giannis is a two-time MVP. So let's talk about some of these other players. Devin Booker and Chris Paul, great in the backcourt once again. It seemed like in that first half that when Giannis was trying to carve in the lead, and even in the second half, when they were trying to carve in that lead, it seemed like it was an elbow jumper, bow, D-Book, three-pointer off the curl, bow, D-Book. Chris Paul, every time something, mid-range, getting fouled on top of his head, bank shot in. 0.9 seconds left on the shot clock. Corner three, bow. Chris Paul don't even shoot that many threes. Like, it seemed like everything was going in for those two guys. And they didn't have dominant performances. Like, it wasn't dominant. I feel like that was Giannis that game. But they had really, really good performances. And more than dominance, it seemed like every single time Giannis and the Bucks were trying to get back in it, one of those two knocked down the shot, bro. And that's what you need from your backcourt if they're not going to have a 40-point game. Just need them to be timely. And that's exactly what they were today. So shout out to Devin Booker and Chris Paul. But that's all I got for you guys today, man. This looks like it's about to be, I said Suns in 7, but it's looking like Suns in 5, 6. Hopefully Giannis can come back. You know, they were down 2 on that Brooklyn Nets series, so hopefully they come back 1-2. I want the most competitive and long series as possible because people that are outside Suns fan base and are rooting for the Suns to like win it 4 or 5, y'all aren't basketball fans. I don't think y'all are basketball fans because if y'all, besides Suns fans, if y'all want the NBA season to end quicker, what is wrong with you? We won a 7-game series. I want basketball to go on as long as it can. So I'm hoping for a 7-game series. I'm rooting for the Bucks in Game 3 and Game 4 to win those 2 because I want more basketball. I'm not a fan of either team. If it was the Mavs, 4-4, and I can celebrate. That's what I'm saying. Outside the Suns, if it was the Mavs, I'd be Game 4. That's it. I just want 4 games. But as a basketball fan and wanting the season to go as far as possible, I want the Bucks to win Game 3 and Game 4, so I'm hoping for that. But like I said, that's all I got for you guys today. If you like this type of content, go and like us up on the video if you haven't already. We'll see you guys next time.